So Donald Trump has nominated former Goldman Sachs partner Steve Mnuchin as Treasury Secretary. Now, where have I heard this before? Goldman Sachs, Treasury Secretary.
With his regulators to make those decisions.
How corrupt this system is. Goldman Sachs recently fined $5 billion. Goldman Sachs has given this country 2 secretaries of Treasury, one on the Republicans, one on the Democrats.
Say it.
The leader of Goldman Sachs is a billionaire who comes to Congress and tells us we should cut Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. Secretary Clinton, and you're not the only one, so I don't mean to just point the finger at you. You've received over $600,000 in speaking fees from Goldman Sachs in 1 year. I find it very strange that a major financial institution that pays $5 billion in fines for breaking the law, not one of their executives is prosecuted, while kids who smoke marijuana get a jail sentence.
Oh, that's right. We've been here before. So just to give you a little more background about Steve Mnuchin, he is he was Trump's campaign finance chairman, charged with rounding up as much money as possible for his campaign. He maxed out his contributions at $5,400 and gave $200,400 to the Republican National Committee. Mnuchin is now the chairman and chief executive of private investment firm Dune Capital Management, whose employees gave $133,000 to the Democratic National Committee, which of course backed the party's nominee Hillary Clinton. And just to give you an idea of how Mnuchin is not really a Democrat or Republican necessarily, he gave to Republicans and Democrats, and combined, him and his wife gave $13,400 to Clinton's Senate and presidential campaigns, including this past campaign where his wife gave over $2,000 to Hillary Clinton. So this is not somebody that really represents the Democrats or Republicans necessarily. He represents the establishment, the people who are already in power, be it the big money players on Wall Street or the big money players in politics. Now, I want to get views from this nomination from the left and the right. So first, this is what Elizabeth Warren had to say about Steve Mnuchin. Steve Mnuchin is the Forrest Gump of the financial crisis. He managed to participate in all the worst practices on Wall Street. He spent 2 decades at Goldman Sachs helping the bank peddle the same kind of mortgage products that blew up the economy and sucked down billions in taxpayer bailout money before he moved on to run a bank that was infamous for aggressively foreclosing on families. His selection as Treasury Secretary should send shivers down the spine of every American who got hit hard by the financial crisis, and is the latest sign that Donald Trump has no intention of draining the swamp and every intention of running Washington to benefit himself and his rich buddies. But I mean, come on, that's Elizabeth Warren, right? She's on the left, she's going to have a left point of view. So what does, let's say, an alt-right website like Breitbart have to say about Steve Mnuchin? During the presidential campaign, then Breitbart News executive chairman Steve Bannon questioned Trump in a Sirius XM Patriot interview whether he was selling out to Wall Street by hiring a former Goldman Sachs partner to his campaign. And that was just while Mnuchin was working on Trump's campaign. Now he's actually in a position of power within Trump's cabinet. He's not just a Wall Street elite. Some of you on the right might not like the fact that he's also a Hollywood elite. Steve Mnuchin financed Hollywood films such as James Cameron's Avatar, American Sniper, Gravity, Suicide Squad, Avatar, and Life of Pi. And something else that the people on the right might not like, he also partnered briefly with liberal financier George Soros. So this just goes to show me that Trump has no interest in helping out regular people. He wants to put people in power that either benefit him or his rich friends, and preferably both. So is this the Donald Trump that you expected to be in the White House when you voted for him? And if you didn't vote for him, did you see this coming? Let me know in the comments.